baby. They still let me on things like this. Yeah, what up, Cali? I'm up wildin', getting money, fucking up on the island. I've been wildin', telling bitches to climb in the cruise shit. Roof transclude 6 wine to the flu shit. Niggas can't fuck up my vibe. Niggas can't fuck up my vibe.
First of all, I wanted to start this video by saying thank you very much for the feedback from my last video. I was really hesitant about posting it. I didn't know if I wanted to post it. But the thing with this YouTube thing is a lot of people, I feel, are fake and give like a fake kind of cover of themselves, and I don't think that's right. And I think if you're listening to my YouTube stuff, I think that I should be legit with you. So I'm gonna keep being honest, because the feedback I got from it was amazing, and I didn't think it was gonna do that well at all. Like, I kind of just put it out, thought I'd get maybe 200 views or something, but like the other day I put on my Instagram that I got 500 views on it. So obviously it's kind of like you guys like it. I don't know if you like you actually enjoy the video or people are taking the piss out of the video, but I'm still getting the views, so you know it's benefited me. Like, if you're a hater and you're watching it and you're taking the piss, like, keep doing it because you're giving me the views, you know. But like, even like the feedback I was getting, I just wanted to say thank you. So yeah, on with the video. So in this video, what I wanted to talk about was what happened with me like about 3 weeks ago now. It probably was, maybe even 4 weeks ago. I'm not entirely sure. 3 or 4 weeks ago it happened. Basically what happened was I took myself off social media completely for 3 to 4 days. Didn't look at it whatsoever, all notifications off. I took away all my pictures off Instagram, like I archived it. Most people thought I deleted it. They were like, why deleted it? Like you love Instagram. And I was just like, nah, archived. So yeah, in this video, that's just what I'm going to talk about. Basically, I just had some issues in my personal life going on, which made me kind of feel a way that I haven't felt before, which kind of sucked, but everything happens for a reason, like I said throughout the whole of my last video. And it wasn't a massive problem, like nothing bad happened. It was just little things built up for that past week, and I just needed to go home for a couple of days, take myself off social media. And I thought taking myself off social media would be a key point in it, because I didn't want the distractions of social media. Although it's like such a good thing nowadays, it can mess with your head a lot without you even knowing. And like, we see it all the time in news, like ex-Love Islanders commit suicide mainly because of the social media. Like, everyone says it's from social media. Everyone says it's from social media. So, and I think it is as well. That's my point of view anyway. But when this was going on, I thought the best thing I could do was take myself away from social media and not have that distraction or that input. Another reason I took myself off social media was I just felt I needed to be alone. And I'm listening to a lot of podcasts at the moment, like probably 3 or 4 a day. I listen to one as soon as I wake up, which I'll talk about more further down the video. I don't know what that was, if I'm honest. But yeah, I thought I needed to take some time to be alone, because I was listening to one and it said like, how often are you actually alone? And when you're alone with just your thoughts, like no phone, no music, nobody with you, like no distractions whatsoever, how often are you actually like just in a room with your thoughts to think about your life and like how you're feeling, which is practically never. And I just felt like I needed to do that for a bit, not to an extent where I'm saying like I'm sat in a dark room and I'm like going mental and like I'm going crazy, because I wasn't going crazy. Like, I'm talking about like when I went home, on the drive home, I just had no music on, or when I had something on, it was even certain types of music, or it was a podcast, like, but for probably 40 minutes to an hour of the car journey, it was just plain silent. Like, all I could hear was me driving. What am I doing? But yeah, I just thought that I needed to be alone, because I've been listening to these podcasts. It's made me like open my mind a lot more and realise stuff that I'm doing wrong in everyday life and stuff that I could be doing better. And I thought that one of the things was that I need to be more alone, and we all do need to we need to learn to be alone. I'm stuttering so much in this video. Anyway, we all need to learn to be alone, because like for myself, since I'm 17, I've been in a relationship, not one relationship, like 2 relationships. That was my phone. I've been in like 2 relationships since I was 17, so I kind of have always had somebody there, and also I've always lived in a room, like we've always shared a room since I was 17, so I've never had that time to be alone, so I've got used to it without even realising. So like there's been moments now where I'm going through a breakup, not going through a breakup, I've probably gone through a breakup, but like the times where it like happened straight away, I was just like, I'm alone, like I've got no one to like be like you know when you have someone to like turn to and you tell everything to. I kind of don't have that anymore, and I've had that since I was 17, so I feel that I need to learn to be alone, and you do need to learn to be alone, like for everyone. I know I keep saying it and I'm waffling on a bit, like randomly, like basically doing a biography in this bloody video, but everyone needs to learn to be alone, because you have to, what is it? I was listening to this podcast again, podcasts, and you have to be content and happy by yourself without a relationship, without friends or anything like that. You have to be happy alone. And I was thinking, I was like, I'm never really happy alone. Like, I get bored, I can't be alone for too long. But now, the past 2 months, I've been working on it, and like now I've been in basically self-isolation for like 2 days, except for like working at Sainsbury's and like a couple calls back home, like here and there with my brother and my mum and my dad. I'm basically alone, like in the flat now. I'm alone. I've been alone for like 2 days, and I'm loving it. Like I'm happy. Like this is probably like the happiest you see me on a video, because on videos I kind of hold back a bit, but I need to learn to be more like Jack, because people who see me in person, they're like, like a couple of people have said like you're not like as chilled out and like jokey as you are on your videos, so I need to kind of be like that. And obviously I'm kind of being like that in this video. I'm going a bit crazy, I think, but yeah, anyway. So third reason why I took myself off social media was I just felt like I was on it too much pointlessly. And that's kind of been the story since I was 17, because I started jackfitness.uk then, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was addicted to Instagram. Like I was posting on that page 2-3 times a day without failure, with hashtags targeted for each post. I had them scheduled at specific times. Like I'd get pissed off if I didn't post at the exact time that this post was meant to be posted. But yeah, basically I was just on social media too pointlessly, and as I said, it's been a story since I was 17, but I've never really like taken myself away from it like I'm doing now. There was so much more things I could be doing, which I have been doing instead of being on social media, like reading. Jack Fettes is reading a book, like a normal hardback book I'm reading. So yeah, that was another reason. So I woke up on a Sunday and I had realised what I wanted to do on the Saturday night. So I told my mum I was coming home for a couple of days, and I took myself off social media. And I basically like woke up and I had this quote playing in my head throughout the week, which I'd listened to in a podcast. And it said, our brains are like a phone, sometimes you just need to be reset. I couldn't stop thinking how true that was, because I had all this going on. And you know, like when your phone's like bugging out and it's got like so much going on, I know like you're on it a lot, and then it just starts bugging out and it's like glitching and it's like overheated, and it just needs to be reset and then it's fine again. Our brains are like that in a way, and I had all of this going on. I was just like, I just need to be reset. And that's why I took myself off social media, and when I went home, just to be reset. And like I got loads of messages from everyone, and I replied individually to all those messages. But I said to that, like, I'd reply and be like, yeah, I'm good, I just needed to be reset, or like, I just needed to take time to reset. So that quote was like a big part in this whole situation. Then like the next day, I saw my little cousins, which is always like the most refreshing thing you could do, like I could do, is because like I don't want people going to see my cousins who are like strangers, but it's the most like relaxing, not relaxing because they're crazy, but like it's the best thing I could do when I feel stressed, is just go see like Henry, Perry and Frankie, because they're just crazy, and they like, as soon as I knock on the door, they're like running to the door screaming Jack Jack, and like open the door, like they open the door and they like just jump up and like tackle the hell out of you. And like it was just nice to see them, and like I did Perry's dinner for her. Then me and Henry were playing, and like Henry's got this obsession with doing sit-ups at the moment, so like I hang him from his feet and he tries to do sit-ups, which is always quite funny because he can't really get there, but he doesn't stop. He doesn't like give up, which is good. It's a good sign that he doesn't give up. And then like he was doing, I was like, oh, can you do push-ups? So he's doing push-ups. So he's actually quite good at doing push-ups, to be fair. And then Perry tried doing push-ups, and it was just, Perry's push-ups was a disaster. And then Henry was teaching her how to do push-ups, I was teaching her how to do push-ups, and she still didn't get it. And then like we had like it was their bedtime, so they were like sat and they were drinking their milk. Henry was watching like Minecraft videos on YouTube. Then like Perry's turn, and she was watching like Frozen videos, so she was like singing. Henry was whisper singing, but he said he wasn't singing because I didn't think he wanted to sing to Frozen. But yeah, he was singing. Like I like that stuff. Like I'm a proper family orientated person, and like I can't wait to have kids of my own at the right time. Like God forbid I have a kid now. I'm a virgin anyway. But yeah, when I'm older, I can't wait to have like a little Jack running about and causing like carnage and annoying the hell out of me. Like I can't wait to have that, and I can't wait to like, I know, I just like, because I've kind of seen it with Henry, and me and Henry have like a really close bond. I don't know why, like he looked quite similar when I was like his age, and we've just kind of been close ever since he was born. Like it's just close. Like one of his first words, like the third or fourth word, was Jack Jack when we were on holiday in France all together, which was like crazy. So yeah, that's like another thing I did. Then like I refereed a basketball game, and I walked in, and they were like, the old people, they'll kill me seeing this video. Like my mum has a basketball club, as some of you may know who know me, and I played for like their men's team, her men's team, so like the men's players were there and I knew all of them. And then like the other team was some of my old school teachers. One was like my mentor who was like watching. I haven't seen since I finished GCSE, so it's crazy seeing him. Now it's just nice and refreshing. Then I came back to Plymouth, so that was kind of just what I did. I didn't really like look at my phone at all when I was there, and now I'm not even on my phone that much now. But yeah, that's just what I did. So as I said, like when I wake up in the morning, now I don't look at my phone for the first half hour to an hour of the day. But when I say I don't look at my phone, I don't go on social media or like reply to any messages. I basically just get my phone out, go on Spotify or YouTube, depending on how I feel, you know. But the one I listen to mainly in the morning is The Mindset Mentor by Robert Dahl. He's been doing it since 2015. He's either American or Canadian. I'm not sure because he's always traveling to America or Canada or like Rome. But his are really good. So he does one every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But because he's done it since 2015, he's got loads. So I just kind of work my way through them, and like scroll through ones which are like most relevant for me. It's like the one he's just released is 6 lessons from coronavirus, which we could all listen to be fair. And he did another coronavirus one as well, which was really good. But it will be like situations like how to stay positive through stressful times, or 8 habits that you need to change to be more successful, or 4 things to add to your morning routine to have a successful day. Stuff like that. Like, it sounds cheesy, but... And if you said to me, like, I'm the first person to say, if you said to me 2 months ago that I'd be doing this, I'd probably like laugh in your face and tell you to F off. But like now I'm doing it, I'm telling you, it does wonders. Like I don't want to sound cheesy or anything, but I don't want to come across like a guru or some crap like that. But I'm telling you, the stuff he says and the other podcasts, like other podcasts I listen to, is Joe Rogan Experience. When he does the one with Kevin Hart, like a Kevin Hart one is so good, the Kevin Hart one. And like David Goggins is like ex-Marine, and he went through like Hell Week is like their training. He did Hell Week 3 times in 1 year, which is like unheard of. And like he does like extreme runs and stuff, and he did an extreme run when he had like broken feet and he had stress fractures in his shins and stuff, and he still ran like 150 miles or something like that. But he's like crazy, but the stuff he comes out with is like mad, and that helps me a lot. He was the one that like was talking about how you need to learn to be alone and stuff. But then other things like Robert Dahl talks about affirmations that go in on your head, and it's like everything you do during a day in like your everyday life holds a part in your brain. It's like the music you listen to has a massive effect, and I didn't really realise it until I started doing it. But the music I listen to and the music we listen to like nowadays, it's always about like girls, love, killing, drugs and all that. And I don't want to come across cheesy. I'm not saying I don't listen to it, because I listen to like Pop Smoke, Kevin Gates, Chris Brown, Tiger, all of them guys, like Heady One. And yeah, it's good music and I like it, and like I listen to it like all the time when I'm in the gym and in game day. But I was thinking, why am I listening to it like on the way to work? And you always see you see these memes, and it's like this really like sneaky white guy driving, and it's like me on the way to a 9 to 5 listening about trapping and killing and stuff. And that's true. Like why? Like that holds a part in your brain, and that kind of like makes the way you think. Like you think because of that music, and like that holds a part in your brain without you even realizing it. So like now I try and listen to like more positive music. So I'm not saying I listen to like some crap, but I still listen to like Kevin Gates and Chris Brown and all of them. I still listen to the same people, but the songs of theirs I choose differently. So like I have different playlists for different kind of moods. So I think everyone kind of does that. So I have a game day playlist, I have just like a normal general playlist, then I have like a happy playlist. I'm not saying like I listen to like, I don't know, like Fifi and the Flower Tot steam tune. I don't know why I came up with that. But like I don't listen to like wet music like that. I listen to like normal music, but I just pick carefully the ones I listen to and stuff. And I read a quote the other day, and it said, when you're happy, you enjoy the music and you enjoy the lyrics. But when you're down, you understand the music. And that couldn't be more true. Like, you know, when you're sad and you listen to like sad music and you're like, I'm not saying I do this, but I know people like listen to sad music and they'll like cry over the situation, or like listen to music and that makes them sad when they're sad. And like, when you're upset, you generally understand the lyrics and everything. You kind of like, and it kind of makes more sense, the song. I feel that way, and this podcast felt that way as well. I can't remember who I heard it off. But and then when you're happy and like your stuff, you're like into it. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm in the gym and on game day, I'm listening to that type of music. But when I'm like down, or just like every day I'm like driving, I'm like, yeah, like damn, like you get me? So yeah, I kind of waffled on a bit about that. I'm a good waffler on these videos. But yeah, that kind of all made sense to me. So I've changed the music I listen to all the time. And I listen to podcasts a lot. So even like when I'm playing FIFA, I've got like, I don't know, Joe Rogan Experience on in the background, or Robert Dahl, or David Goggins, or Kevin Hart, or Will Smith. Will Smith is an excellent motivational speaker. So I listen to Will Smith a lot as well. But yeah, even when I'm like just playing FIFA, or like I'm doing work on my laptop, I've got podcasts going on instead of music. And that helps a lot, and that's going into your head as well. So like some of the stuff they said in podcasts when I've been playing FIFA, I've then repeated myself like in everyday life, and I'm like, Jack, did you just say that? Like sometimes the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I shock myself in a good and bad way. but mainly at the moment it's a good way. So I know I've been waffling on a lot this video, but I felt like I needed to do this video as like kind of an explanation as to why I kind of did it, and I hope it makes much more sense why I took myself off social media. And I hope by me talking about like podcasts and stuff, you guys do kind of look into it. And I know it's cheesy and everything, and I've been told to listen to podcasts for ages, but I've never really done it. And like, I'm the first person to tell you, like, if you told me in September when I came to Plymouth that I'd be walking along the seaside, I'd be reading books, I'd be on social media a lot less, and like I think the way I think now, I'd tell you that you are crazy and there's no way of it happening. But anyway, I'd say check a podcast out, check out the Mindset Mentor, find one that works for you, because it generally benefits everyone. Might not benefit you, but I think it would benefit everyone. But yeah, anyway, that's my video done, finally. Thank you for listening. I appreciate if you've made it to the end. Give it that thumbs up and give me a little subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.